Good morning, children. Welcome to today's science class. Today's class will start chapter 5 Separation of Substances. From the name, you can understand that separation, different process of separation, we are going to learn in this chapter. Let us get started, children. You can see this picture. 4 pictures are there. You see the first picture, hand picking it is written. Then the winnowing, you see how that is being done, and threshing and also sieving. What are these? Why are they separating? Will come into your mind. Let us know about why separation is needed and the different process of separation in today's class, children. See here, this is a common method of or the common thing you will see in your home. Tea getting filtered, and you'll get the from the particles, that tea leaf particles will be separated, and you'll be getting the tea solution, that is, in that you'll be having the tea, milk, sugar and all added. So you can understand that separation is needed. Certain cases definitely we need to separate so that we'll get the desirable things. So the undesirable tea leaves, which is not needed, which we cannot drink as such, has to be separated, and we have to get the desired substance. So separation is very needed, and also we'll see how in everyday life we are separating the different substances to get what we need. You see here, children. So here, this is a common thing happens in villages. See here, she is separating the grains and the husk. Grains are getting collected and husk is being blown away by the air. So here you see the desired thing, what is needed is the grain, and the unwanted husk is being removed. Just you observe how it is being done, children. See here. Here also rice and stones are mixed. So now we can't cook it as such. So the stones has to be removed. They are the undesirable substances, and the desirable is the rice here. So that is one way they have followed, by using the hand only they are picking. Even this can be done when some amount of dal is being mixed with the rice, raw rice and raw dal I am talking about. So here see the different ways how we are following to separate, what for we are separating to get the desirable substances. Even here you can see, this is a common thing you will see in a construction site, where they are to get the desirable, so the fine particles of soil, so that they wanted to remove the stone and all in that soil. For that they are trying to separate it by a process which we will be discussing in the class. See here, they are separating, and the separated one, the fine soil is being collected down, and the stones and all are removed. Yeah. So see here, children, the many in our everyday life, not only separating tea leaves, even the butter is taken out by churning the milk. Yes, butter is there, which you can't see where is the butter as such in the buttermilk. Later, by the churning, you will be getting the butter, and even in your mixer grinder, you will be getting the butter or the cream part of the milk. See, hand picking, and just now we saw this another method where she is removing the grain and the husk, and also see, you can see the one man is beating on the stone. And so these all we will be learning. Now one more is, we learnt in our water lesson also about the evaporation and condensation. Do you remember, children? Yeah. See here, what all are needed for this. In this, you see this, children, salty water is kept, and ice cubes are there, and how the condensed water has been getting collected. See, this is also one way of separating only, no? From the salty water they are separated. See, so many process pictures you have seen. Then what are these, from where are we separating? Yeah, mixtures are the substance we are separating. Or when you saw the rice and stone, it was a mixture of rice and stone. When you saw the salty water, salt and water is mixed together. And when you saw the rice grains and the husk, the rice and grains we have mixed together. So then only separation is needed. Why separation is needed? When some of the substances get mixed together. So mixture is a very new term for you, and try to understand what is meant by a mixture. You have seen many pictures now. the pictures of different mixtures. Mixtures are the substances composed of two or more forms of matter. You can separate them by physical methods. Such examples include a mixture of salt and water, that's what I showed you. Mixture of sugar and water also can be separated. Different gases that is present in the air. In any mixture, the various components do not form any new kind of another, because there will be no chemical reaction between these substances. So what I'm talking about, you take the example of rice and stone, rice and husk, salt and water. So they are all these are mixtures. So why do we call them as mixtures? Because they are composed of two or more substances combined together, but they will not have any chemical reaction between them, and they can be separated by the physical methods. Just now you saw, no children, how the lady is separating the husk, how the man is picking the stone, and how the fine soil is being get. So let us know the names of these and we will understand the lesson better. So now the new term mixture, a combination of two or more pure substances in which each pure substance retains its individual chemical properties. So pure substance opposite to mixture. Pure substance, when they two or more pure substances mixed together, they form a mixture. Even in simple words, you see that mixture is a material made up of two or more substances, and they can be that are physically mixed, and there is no chemical combination. They will not form any chemical new product, yes, when they are mixed. So now there are two types of mixtures, children: homogeneous and the heterogeneous. Homogeneous mixture, in this mixture in which the components are uniformly they are distributed throughout its volume and cannot be seen separately. Just now tea we have seen, in the tea itself, after filtering the tea leaves, the milk is added, sugar is added, but you cannot separate, you cannot see the milk part separate, you cannot see the tea decantation part separate, and you cannot find the sugar separate. So such type of mixture in which the components are uniformly distributed is called as the homogeneous mixture. Even the fruit juices, honey, milk is having, just now we saw, no, butter is there, but we cannot see it separately. But some mixtures are there in which the components are not uniformly distributed throughout its volume. Like, say, soup noodles, you see, soup is separate, noodles is separate. And soil also. So many things are mixed together, but you can see it visibly. Small stones are there. Fine soil is there. Oil in water is the best example. You can see that oil will be floating above, but somehow it has mixed, and you can see that both the components are separate. So why? Because it is a heterogeneous mixture. So now homogeneous mixture, you see, children, air, coffee, vinegar, your blood also is a homogeneous mixture. What do you mean by that, children? Two or more substances are mixed together and they are distributed in uniformly. They are mixed in uniformly, and you cannot see them as a separated substances. But heterogeneous are in this also two or more substances are mixed, but they are not mixed in a uniform way. Visibly we can see the 2 to 3 components how they got mixed. Like you see in this all, soda is with the ice, you can see ice will be floating, and the different vegetables you can separate, you can see them visibly how are they, each one is separate. Even the choco and the chips, you see chocolate particles, and the cookies, heterogeneous. Again, some more examples are there for the homogeneous and the heterogeneous. First of all, you should know mixture, and then homogeneous, heterogeneous. These examples, just you can see their air, salt water, sugar water, soil, sand and water mixture for the heterogeneous and homogeneous. Now, and we saw the different pictures, right, in the beginning of the class. So let us see what are each one. See here I am reading about one of the method. You will just recollect and see which was the picture was shown in the beginning of the class. Hand picking is the method of separating easily identifiable material from a mixture. The components of the heterogeneous mixture can be separated, identified from each other, and they can be separated from each other by using hand picking. Just now I said heterogeneous mixture. So one way of separating the heterogeneous mixture, because visibly you can see the components. So it is one method is hand picking. So now you try to think about the examples of heterogeneous mixture in which hand picking can be utilized. Now you see this happens in our home, right? Sieving is a physical mechanism of particle removal where a particle is denied access through a pore or passageway that is smaller than the particle itself. See there. So now in this wheat flour or rice flour, see even the soil picture which we saw. So they are mixed, heterogeneous mixture only here, big particles and smaller particles. So one way of separating them is sieve. The sieve will have small holes. So through that hole the small particles cannot enter. So you can separate the smaller particles and the bigger particles. One method is sieving. Next you see children, winnowing. Winnowing is a process by which chaff is separated from grain. See there? It can also be used to remove pest from stored grain. In its simplest form, it involves throwing the mixture into the air so that the wind blows away the lighter chaff, while the heavier grains fall down from the recovery. Here the lighter particles and the heavier particles are getting separated. Lighter one, with the help of air, they will fly away, blown away, and the heavier grains will fall down. In the previous hand picking we saw that it is depending upon the size, smaller and the bigger particles getting mixed together. Here the particles are lighter and the heavier particles mixing together. One way is winnowing. Now another one, threshing, is the process of loosening the edible part of grain from the straw to which it is attached. It is the step in grain preparation after reaping. See here how they will do. They will just beat it. So the grains will be there in the, see there, edible part from the crop, no, the straw, along with the straw the grains will be there. So they will beat it so that on a hard stone, so that the grains will get separated. This is, even the threshers are used. You see the machines are used, even by hand also it can be done. Now see, now you see these two pictures, and can you identify children what way they are separating? Here see, what is the first picture? Fine soil is being separated. So what is it children? Is it a heterogeneous mixture? No, both. And here they are using sieve. Here you see the filter is used to separate the tea leaves, right? Yeah. Now you see this picture. Now you tell me, what is this picture? Here the lighter particles and the heavier particles are getting separated, and this process is called as the winnowing. And you see, now you know hand picking examples, you know, rice and grain. Winnowing, the lighter and heavier particle, that is the husk and the rice. Threshing, remove from the stalk. From the stalk means the along with the straw, by beating the heavier rice will be getting separated from the stalk. Sieving, you see at home we will do for separating the bigger and smaller particles. Yes, so hope so. These are the four important. First, initially we are learning about the hand picking, winnowing, and also the winnowing and the threshing part. So today's class, the very important thing is mixture. What is a mixture? And also the definition for homogeneous and heterogeneous mixture you will write, and you find out the examples, some 5 to 6 examples for homogeneous and heterogeneous. And finally, see here children, so you see this picture and try to you try to identify the different the 4 different ways of separating the substances. Hand picking, you give some examples. Winnowing, give some more examples. Threshing and sieving. Read the textbook and try to understand this 4th process. Let us meet in the next class children. Bye bye children.